Okay, so I'm back. I have been recording all day and I just need a break. I just had breakfast, lunch. It's, what time is it now? It's 3 o'clock. I ate about an hour ago. So I've been up since 6:30. I didn't go for a run today. I was actually really sore, probably just from all the moving and the heat. So I gave myself a day off. I woke up at 6:30. I hung out at the home for a little while. It was really quiet this morning. So did some reading and then came out to the studio, and I've been working since. And then around 1 o'clock I took a little break, went back to eat, back in the home to eat. And this is the first official day, I think, first whole day that I've actually worked in the studio, and it feels so good. I can definitely see myself, sitting out here 8-9 hours a day. As a matter of fact, yesterday I was here until, I want to say midnight, and so I was out here for quite a bit. So I've got another box that came, a massive box. It's about 50 something pounds, and it's a lot of stuff. So I want to open it, show you guys what's in it, and if you guys want to see the official unboxings of each item, just hop over to my Perfection channel and you guys can see the actual items in action. But today, I'm just going to show you what I get in the mail on an average day or an average week. So let me show you guys a couple things here. The reason I'm not gonna see all these boxes here. I've got 8 sets or 9 sets of Wusthofs, and so I don't want to touch those. They're all lined up and organized, waiting to get reviewed. This is the box I'm going to open right over here. Massive box, and it's actually just as big as the box that I opened the last opening, I think yesterday. So I'm going to open this guy up and let's see what's inside. I need some scissors. Go. Alright, so the first item here is, the Wusthof knife sharpener, the universal knife sharpener. Really nice. A lot of folks have been asking on my other channel about hand sharpeners, so I'm glad to have one here. I have, what's here? Larch. This is wood conditioner. Good stuff. Now, if you guys have a nice cutting board at home, a nice wooden cutting board, and you want to preserve the life of it, and you want to make sure that you are getting the best performance from your board, you definitely want to be using at least a mineral oil based finish or polish. If you can't afford it, I would recommend getting a conditioner that has mineral oil and a wax in it, such as, this is annoying. Yeah, such as this thing here, and this is made by Larch. It's a little banged up from being shipped around, and this has, it smells very neutral. It's basically just a mixture of beeswax and mineral oil, and you can make your own. I think you can do like a 4:1 ratio or like a 3:1 ratio of mineral oil and a 1:4 ratio, basically a 3:1 ratio of mineral oil and beeswax, and you basically just heat it up and you get a really good polish, and this is what preserves that really nice tactile feel for your cutting boards. Ooh, check this out. An Epicurean cutting board. This is really nice. So this is going to be for those who are who want a good quality cutting board but do not have a lot of money to spend. And so the folks over at Cutlery & More sent me one of these. I've done some reading on these boards. They actually are very highly regarded. So I'm excited to actually use this and compare it to a wooden cutting board. Yeah. Oh yes! Here we go! This is what I'm really excited about. This is the Kramer sharpening set. This is so nice. So it's got a bamboo base. It's got a bunch of sharpening stones in it. This I'm really excited about because everyone has been asking for this, and I am so happy it's here. So this thing retails for quite a bit. Luckily it's a review sample, so yeah. So one of the perks of being a knife reviewer. Okay. Alright, so this is another Wusthof hand sharpener. This one here is their high-end one. So it's a 3-stage sharpener, and I am really curious as to how this actually will sharpen. Okay, so this is the Wusthof's 2-stage Asian knife sharpener, and this will be for those who have Asian knives or Asian shaped knives, and this should be pretty good. I've heard some good stuff about the way Wusthof makes their sharpeners, so I'm curious to see how it actually functions relative to, say, this one right here. Shun whetstone. Check this out. This is a small little thing. It's a yeah, a small little whetstone, but it's not the size that matters, it's the grit. So this one here is a 1000, 6000 grit, I believe. Oh yeah, 1000, 6000 grit. So it'd be nice to see how it actually functions relative to all the other big brands out there. We have another sharpener from Wusthof. This is a 2-stage knife sharpener for your German knives. So lots of sharpeners today, huh? Oh, this is the Kramer set. This is actually a supplemental stone. This one here is the what grit is this one here? 3000 grit. So 3000 grit whetstone that will go with the Kramer sharpening set. And oil, mineral oil, very, very important to have. If you have any sort of wooden cutting board, you definitely need mineral oil for your cutting board. Do not use olive oil. It's the worst thing. Well, I mean, it's a great oil, but if you put olive oil on your cutting board, it will run rancid, and about 2-3 weeks, your board will start smelling real funny, and you will actually develop rot on your board. So don't do it. Get yourself a $2, $3 mineral oil at the CVS or a local pharmacy. That actually works just as well. The mineral oil that you get from for a cutting board specifically, they usually run a much thinner viscosity, so it penetrates the board a lot easier. And that's really the main difference. So if you want something that is fast acting and something that is very, very thin and won't leave any sort of film on your board, use a cutting board grade mineral oil. And they're all food grade, but a cutting board butcher block oil. If you want something that's definitely thicker and takes longer to absorb, use the laxative mineral oil from your local pharmacy. We have a knife block. This one is, ooh, this is gonna be a nice cutting block. Oh, look at that. This is Wusthof's high-end knife storage block, and this thing is beautiful. It's a vertical holder, and basically it's a block that sits this way, and your knives go directly into it, not diagonal as most blocks. So this one is by far, I think, one of the most beautiful blocks I have seen. So I put it on the wish list, and I got it right here. Yeah, so I will open this up in my other channel. So if you guys want to see the actual any of these items in action and unboxed officially, go to Perfection. Now, just so we are clear, I am not complaining that I have so many knives here. I just don't have enough room for them. So my eyes are a little tired. That's why I actually don't like to shoot 2 days in a row or 3 days in a row, because your eyes get really tired from all the bright lights. So I like to kind of squeeze all my filming into 1 day, maybe 2 days at the most, and then do 2-3 days of editing. And that way I give my eyes a break. And I can't talk a lot. I'm not a huge talker. If you guys can't tell, my voice is actually I have a really weak voice box. So when I talk too much, my voice actually really gets tired. And that was actually one of the problems I had with working on the auto show circuit, when we had to go onto the stage every hour and do 15-minute speeches and Q&As about cars. That was fine for the most part. The knowledge part wasn't a problem, but for me, it was the talking part. It was the physical act of talking. Because growing up, I was actually a very quiet child. I still am I think for the most part, a pretty quiet guy and a fairly shy guy, honestly. But yeah, talking for me was never a huge strength. And so in my adult years, when I started working in PR, I had to learn how to speak. I actually had to learn how to get on stage and talk to people, because to me, talking was not something I did naturally. I always was a very internal guy. Everything was kind of bottled up and kept inside. And so for me, talking now is still actually kind of a challenge. You guys may not be able to tell that, but yeah, but because you see so many of my videos and I'm talking in every one of them, I actually don't love talking. And yeah, so it's kind of funny that I don't know, a guy who doesn't like talking very much has a YouTube channel where he has to talk every day. So the YouTube thing has been really helpful for me to actually get me to talk more. My wife always says to me, "You need to talk more," and so here I am practicing my talking. Yeah, so I'll put all these away. I mean, I had to I have to review them very, very soon, and you know, manufacturers don't like it when you get a product and you don't review it for weeks or months at a time, which in my case, because of my personal life, my family, my growing family, there are many times when I get a product that will just sit there in my garage here in the studio for, you know, 2 or 3 months at a time, and I feel really guilty when that happens. I don't do that on purpose, but it just happens. So you know, yeah, so now I'm gonna put this stuff away, kind of reorganize the floor a little bit until my shelves come. And then I got a couple more videos to shoot today before the day's over. So I might get back to you guys at some point and just hang out for a few minutes and kind of share with you what's happening around the studio. Well, it's about 9 p.m. now, and I have just finished shooting my last video. Yeah, it's been a long day. Not complaining, but I just had a lot of videos to shoot, and yeah, so my eyes kind of hurt. These lights here are actually pretty bright, and you know, when you have bright lights shining on both your eyes all day, they get kind of tired. And so I'll be up for another couple of hours. I've got a bunch of emails to send out and a bunch of comments to reply to, so I'll be up for at least probably 2 more hours, maybe 3 hours. I'm hoping to be in bed by midnight, and so I can go and get ready for tomorrow, get ready for my run. Hopefully I'm feeling better. My leg and my back has been really sore, and so whenever my lower back is in pain, I don't run. And so the last few days, last 2 or 3 days, it's been in a lot of pain. Mainly I think it's just so much moving around and a lot of heavy lifting here with the tables and everything else. So I've learned that whenever you feel in pain, you don't push yourself and you don't try to muscle through it, because that's the worst thing you can do for yourself. So we'll see how I feel tomorrow. Yeah, and in terms of everything else, this will be night number 2 with me going to bed without my wife and kids, and I really miss them. Oh my goodness, I miss those guys so much. Oh. Yeah, my wife sent me some photos of the kids just being themselves today, and my heart just melted, and I just I'm so happy I have them, but I miss them so much, you know. And I'm also really grateful that I have this time to just focus on work, clean the studio up without having my kids around and my wife around. So I'm grateful for that time, but man, do I miss them. Yeah, so I'm just, even though I don't want to be here without them, I know that it's a good time, and I'm gonna do everything I can to get my work done and do what I set out to do and do what my wife has sacrificed for me. And so I just want to get, you know, all the unboxings done and everything looked at, and get the studio just 100% up and running by next week. And for me, that will be my way of thanking my wife and my kids for making the sacrifice and going away for a while. Yeah, so it's been really good. I mean, this last week has been really busy, just me cleaning up this place, and you know, it's been a really tough week as well. I mean, just I'm thinking back, and this last whole week with my wife and I, we barely saw each other. You know, even though she was here, I was in the studio for like 8-10 hours a day, if not longer, painting, moving, shoveling, or shuffling, dragging, pushing, lifting, whatever, you name it. And I just, you know, it's just one of those things where you get so caught up with moving and doing something that you forget to spend time with the person that's home waiting for you. And I feel, you know, a little guilty about that. I feel, yeah, I just feel like, man, I wish I had spent more time with her this last week before she went away. Yeah. You know, we both went to bed just completely exhausted every night, because I was exhausted from moving and working in the studio. She was exhausted for caring for the 3 kids by herself for the most part of the day. And so I just, yeah, I'm so thankful and so grateful for having such an amazing wife, someone to share my life with. and to raise my kids with. Alright guys, thank you for being with me here today. Thank you for watching and subscribing to my channel. Or if you're not subscribed, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Alright, I'll catch you guys tomorrow.